Well, ladies and gents, in a surprising turn of events, Jonathan Majors has agreed to a protection order for the alleged domestic violence victim ahead of his hearing in court next month, actually about 2 weeks' time. It's a week after the release of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is not the headline Disney would have wanted. This is real bad. This is real bad. But this is a surprising turn of events because his attorney seemed absolutely cocksure that the evidence would absolve, exonerate Jonathan Majors. There was no issues. They were running off to bloody fucking TMZ of all places, releasing things via TMC and going, here, this is absolute evidence. And, I've done videos on it and a load of you guys believed it as well. Like, this is evidence. And I said, look, I want him to be innocent because I don't want women to be beaten up and stuff like that. But the evidence is pretty lacking here. And if the evidence was really good, then, the DA wouldn't be pushing it. But they are. And now there's a protection order. So this could, in fairness, be like a show of good faith, I guess, from Jonathan Majors going, yeah, it's fine. Like, you got nothing to worry about, but I'll agree to it. It's fine. This is obviously his ex-girlfriend as well. So let's dive into this today, ladies and gents. Hit subscribe if you're new here. This is just a bit of a crazy back and forth through a meandering, drama-filled nonsense, it seems, this whole turn of events. So, the alleged victim in a domestic violence incident with Jonathan Majors has been granted a full temporary order of protection by a New York judge, and the Creed 3 actor is in full agreement with the measure. So, I guess from one side of it, it's like, oh, well, I'm happy to agree to it because actually it protects me as well. There is that element of it. Again, I'm trying to play as even down the line as possible about this, guys. Like, I don't have a vested interest either way. Again, and I repeat, I'd prefer him to be innocent because he's a pretty decent actor. And all in all, I don't really want women to be beaten up. So, But anyway, look. So we had this statement from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office and said, today, a judge granted a full temporary order of protection for the victim per the people's request and with the consent of defense counsel. So at the time of arraignment, a limited temporary order of protection was granted. So the order directs Majors to have no contact with the alleged victim, and it remains in effect until at least the next court hearing, which is currently scheduled for May 9th. Again, this is why I said this is real bad news for Marvel, because this is literally a week after the release of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So not great. Not great. Now, Jonathan Majors' attorney did respond to this, obviously, and said this is standard in cases such as this, and we consented because Mr. Majors wants nothing to do with the woman who assaulted him. We still have yet to receive any pictures of alleged injuries and assault, but okay. The actor's attorney, Priya Chowdhury, tells Deadline of why the defense went along with the order. So even as Majors had been dropped by manager, and by the way, he is probably done as Kang, and the reason why we say this, his management has dropped him, so his talent agents dropped him and his PRs dropped him. Now the reason why it's highly likely he is done as Kang is because 10% of nothing is nothing. Management will stay with stay with an actor if they're earning money from said actor. If he has no jobs lined up at all, which Kang the Conqueror would have been a huge payday for him, it would have been a huge payday for his management as well. So it looks like he's probably done as Kang. But anyway, even as Majors has been dropped by manager Entertainment 360 and publicist The Leedy Company, as Deadline exclusively reported, and lost film and ad roles since his March 25th arrest, Chowdhury has continued to insist her client is not guilty. That's literally her job, guys. Loads of people seem surprised by that. It's literally her job. In fact, the lawyer has said that Majors is the victim here, not the aggressor. And then she said this, sorry. We've been transparent and cooperative with the District Attorney, including giving the District Attorney ample evidence, including witness statements of Mr. Majors' innocence. In fact, we recently provided a forensic medical opinion from a board-certified emergency medicine doctor and trauma specialist who has examined the photos and videos of the woman and concludes, without hesitation, that the woman did not have any injuries at the nightclub And the injuries she later sustained did not come from Mr. Majors, and could not have come from the way the woman described. In fact, the forensic medical expert's opinion shows that the woman is lying. So she has injuries? From who then? What? Before it was, no, she's got no injuries. You're all talking nonsense. Now she's like, oh, I've got injuries. Whatever. And it said this in a further. It is disturbing that even when presented with this incontrovertible evidence, the district attorney continues this false case. I mean, it's not incontrovertible. Come on. It's still a matter of opinion, because you could have a... And this is where people think that I'm, against Jonathan Majors. I'm not. It's just basic fact. If the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial didn't teach you anything, it was that you can get an expert to tell you anything, right? You can get an expert to tell you anything you want. So it's not incontrovertible evidence. It's just not. But anyway... Chowdhury said, as well as repeatedly claiming that Majors is innocent, in the past week the lawyer sent a letter to the judge in the matter citing body cam footage. Now that's the thing that will really reveal it, because she accused one of the NYPD officers who arrived on the scene that night of coaching the alleged victim to accuse Mr. Majors of assault, even pantomiming what she should say. Now that's the thing that will actually absolve him. That's completely... That'll absolutely exonerate him. I want to see that. If that's there, 100%, that will 100% absolutely exonerate him. Anyway, the DA's office did not comment on Chowdhury's latest assertion. Although it is confirmed that Majors was the one to call 911, the actor was arrested on March 25th after being involved in a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old female, his ex-girlfriend. The victim was taken to the hospital with minor injuries to her head and neck. So where did they come from then? So she didn't have injuries from the nightclub, but now she has injuries all over the place. Whatever. Anyway, this is interesting. Facing multiple counts of harassment and assault from District Attorney Alvin Bragg's team, Major's hearing next month will see law enforcement lay out their case in full. The alleged victim is the only individual right now that prosecutors plan to bring up at the session, sources tell Deadline. Although there are multiple other victims, alleged victims of domestic assault from Majors that are now coming forward and cooperating with the District Attorney's Office as well. So this is just a big cluster, but this is the latest in it. So Jonathan Majors has agreed to a protection order, and apparently there's incontrovertible evidence, but it's clearly not, because you can get an expert to say anything. All right, you literally can. I don't understand why this is like a shocker. You can get an expert to say anything. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think down below. Would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much. Give the video a like, and please do share it. Hit subscribe. Take care.